Hi everyone, welcome to It's Natural. It's Patty here. So Kayla, a subscriber, hey there Kayla, shout out to you. Thanks for watching. She suggested to do a video on how to prevent a cold. So this is what this week's video is going to be on, is how to prevent a cold. And you can do it different ways, and we're going to do it the natural way. So stay tuned. So the Center of Disease Control, which is cdc.gov, recommends that we wash our hands for 20 seconds. Now, I used to be in the healthcare field, and it used to be only 15 seconds. And I believe because of the amount of germs and because of the antibiotic resistance that's coming about in certain people's bodies, that upping it 5 seconds might prevent more bacteria from dying off your hands. Granted, I have no idea, but that is just a thought why they did that. Now, they suggest that you just wash your hands for 20 seconds. Now, I do not like using hand sanitizer. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Because of the alcohol, it dries out my hands. I have gone back and forth in using all natural ingredients for hand soap and just regular ingredients, but this is my thought. It takes 26 seconds for any type of whatever you put on your hands or your body. It takes 26 seconds for it to absorb into your body. So this is my thinking. And this is only what I do because of that. Because it only takes 26 seconds, I will go ahead and use a off-brand hand soap or antibacterial soap. Now, granted, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just matters how I feel. But how I look at it as, if I'm only washing my hands for 15, 20 seconds, and especially when out here in public, you cannot stop the whatever hand soap. You can just wash your hands with water, but I'm telling you, you're not even doing anything. What you're doing is just smearing the bacteria all over your hands. You're not really washing your hands. So therefore, I wash my hands. I used to wash them for 15 seconds, but now that I know it's now 20 seconds, you wash your hands for 20 seconds. And I'm confident that none of the chemicals have gotten into my skin because it takes 26 seconds in order for something to absorb. Now, if the CDC ups how many seconds you should wash your hands, granted, then I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to wash my hands if I'm going to make my own hand soap, which I have done before. But what I ran into the problem is Castile soap has a lot of oils in it, coconut oil, different types of all natural oils. But what happens is it starts clogging your drains. And that's what I started noticing in my house. The oils were sticking to the pipes and they were getting clogged a lot. So I don't know if any of you have experienced that, but I stopped using Castile soap as a hand soap and actually as a body soap because of that problem. It was clogging my drains. So FYI, if you have all natural products and it's oil-based, especially coconut oil or any type of oil-based, it will end up clogging your drains. So over the long run, it was causing problems, so I had ended up stopping that. Now, other alternatives that I found to wash your hands is lemons and aloe vera juice. Tea tree oil, that is also good. What you can do is make a mix, your own hand sanitizer. Get a little spray bottle, put some aloe vera juice. Aloe vera gel, if you buy aloe vera gel at the store, at the sun, in the lotion counter, you will notice that it is 100% aloe vera gel, but also look at the ingredients. It will say it has alcohol in it. So basically, you're drying your skin out a little bit more. Now, you can use rubbing alcohol for your hand sanitizer, but do you really want to smell like that? That is really a really strong smell, and I don't recommend that, but you can if you wish to. So I do suggest you either use aloe vera juice and you just put it in a spray bottle, spray your hands down. It smells wonderful and it's healthy for you. And when it absorbs, you're getting some nutrients into your skin. Now, also, I found myself without any hand sanitizer. And so I looked up online really quick. I knew lemons had antibacterial properties. So normally when you go out to a restaurant, they have lemons, or you can get lemon wedges for free. Now, I don't know if anybody's heard of Panera Bread, but Panera Bread has lemons just sitting out. So if you're in dire need and you need your table washed before you sit down, what I normally do is I take a lemon wedge, I squeeze it all over the table, squeeze it on my hands, wash my hands really quick, and rub down the table. And I know that my hands are clean. Now, you can also do the same with that. Get a spray bottle, tiny spray bottle, put some lemon juice in it, mix it with some aloe vera. Hey, put some lavender in it, make it smell fancy. And there you go. There's your own hand sanitizer. So, a cold and flu, they both have the same symptoms. As per the CDC website, the Center of Disease Control, they do have the same similar symptoms. They suggest that if you have a cold that runs more than 10 days to go seek a doctor, because hey, it doesn't say this on the website, but I'm thinking, well, if it's more than 10 days, it may be the flu. Or what they're saying is if you have severe symptoms of a cold, a runny nose, a scratchy throat, you're having trouble breathing, you're getting the aches and the pains and the cold chills. If that is so severe, it may be the flu. It may not be a cold. So you're just going to have to kind of see. Now, they're saying a cold, you just have a runny nose and a scratchy throat, something small like that. So anyways, how can this be prevented? Well, like we said, it can be done by just washing your hands, no putting your finger in your noses. And sometimes that's a habit. I don't know, young kids do it all the time, and it's a habit. Sometimes you feel something in there. Next time, just grab a tissue and, do it that way. But anyway, we have natural ways that we can be proactive to stop the virus. And what I have found is because the gut has so much bacteria and flora already in there, some of the bad bacteria kind of runs rampant. So when the virus gets in there, it can just kind of like have a heyday in your body. And if your immune system is not strong enough, you're not going to be able to fight it. So let's be proactive. So what are ways that we can be proactive to stop a cold and a virus before it starts getting full blown? Because what happens is when it gets full blown, it'll take even longer for you to try to get rid of it. And from experience, I would get a cold and the next day it started getting worse. I ended up going ahead and taking echinacea tea constantly, and it took me taking that probably 5 or 6 times a day for the whole week before I even started feeling better. So you want to catch the virus before it gets even into your system, and that's what proactive and proactive health is. And I love being proactive with my health because I would rather spend the money in all natural items than going to the doctor. And so when you're proactive, you're actually saving money. Even though you might have insurance, you still have to pay co-payments, you still have to pay for insurance, you're still having to pay some money out of pocket in order to get those services. So let's be proactive. What are ways we can be proactive? Okay, probiotics. Very, very, very important to make sure that you have the enough bacterial flora in your stomach so it can fight off and your body can be balanced. I recommend these kids Nature Way. They're chewables. They're 3 billion CFUs, which tells you about the live cultures. It's very important. You want a number on there. Nature's Way for the kids. They're orange. They're chewables. They're really, really good. Here's what they look like. They're just little chewy thingies. And they're really, really good. When I'm on the go, I'll get those. And like in my other video for my favorites, I'll link that below, I recommend the liquid probiotics, the 30 servings. This is awesome. I'm actually out and I'm like freaking out. Granted, if you can't get probiotics in these two forms, yogurt, any Greek yogurt has a lot of probiotics. Now, I warn you, different probiotics in the Greek yogurt have different quantities. You want to make sure it is listed on the back, the different probiotics, the actual strands of bacteria. And here are some right here on here. You want it listed. And Fage yogurt is pronounced Fage, but it's spelled F-A-G-E. It is quite expensive, but if you can get a small tube, it is wonderful. You can put it in a smoothie. If you have that once a day, you're putting good bacteria in your belly. So it's balancing the gut flora, which is very, very helpful for building your immune system and also building up that protection against the viruses. So I recommend also getting echinacea. It's getting into the season, so we need to be proactive. And I would start probably in October drinking this once a week or maybe once a day. It's really up to you. But having a tea of echinacea and building up your system before the season starts with colds and the flu season, your body's going to be already proactive and ready to fight the fight off that virus. So you can also, there's two spices that I recommend. I recommend turmeric. It builds your immune systems. It's high in antioxidants, along with echinacea is also high in oxidants, but also cumin. And you can drizzle this on your food. I put this in my smoothie every single day. And I've been doing this. It's been reducing my bloat. It's building my immune systems, high in antioxidants. Unfortunately, I cannot use the cumin because it does regulate the blood sugar. It makes my blood sugar too low. So do your due diligence. See if these will react to any of your medications that you may be on. But I suggest you do your due diligence also. Now, let's say you have a sore throat. You started getting a sore throat. What can I do with a sore throat? Honey. Oh, had it on the wrong way. Honey. Honey is an antiviral and antibacterial, and any type of honey is really, really good, but the best honey is the darkest honey, which is the buckwheat honey, is the best for sore throats. It is very high in antibacterial and antiviral. It will coat your throat, and I tell you what, my son has had a little tingle in his throat, and by the next morning, after his tablespoon of this and or coconut oil, will take care of your sore throat. So I hope you have a wonderful day and you learned something new. I will put what I recommend in the comments below. And also don't forget to just check out the CDC website. It's cdc.gov. for any help that you might need of any type of viruses that may be going around in your hometown. And let's be proactive to making sure our bodies are prepared for the cold season that will be coming. And I hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you soon.